welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose Wright, also known as Jack Reaper. So today's focus is going to be on reference. So I was actually asked a few weeks ago how to draw an eye. So hopefully this helps out anybody who needs some help figuring that out. So one of the most important things you guys need to realize is that you need to use reference. And what I mean by that is you need to have an actual picture that you can look at while you draw. Okay, and the best way to learn how to draw anything, period, you're going to want to use a reference image. So here at the top you can see my reference image. One of the most important things you want to try to do is, again, we get back to practicing, and the way you practice here is actually going to make a big difference in how you guys can memorize things and be able to draw things from scratch or from memory. One of the things I like to do is I use my reference image and I draw the eye completely, and that's what I'm doing here now. So I'll go ahead and draw the whole eye, and what you want to do is get rid of the reference image. So the second time that you draw it, you want to try to remember as much as you can from the original image. Okay, and you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna forget things, and that's the whole point of having the reference, because you can always look back and fix your mistakes, and that's actually the best way to practice and learn how to draw things from memory. So the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. And you want to do this several times. Okay, it's not a one-time thing. You want to go ahead and do this several times, where you draw the same picture over and over, using the image, the reference at first, and then taking away the reference and drawing the whole picture all over again from memory. And each time you draw the picture, you want to try and remember a little more and a little more. And this is actually what's going to get you to the point of being able to draw things from memory. So it's always important to pick something that you like, especially when you're starting off. You always want to pick things that you like to draw. You don't want to make this a chore or something that seems too difficult. Okay, and that's why my focus here is just drawing one eye. I'm not going to bother drawing the second eye, because anyways, here through the digital artwork you can always just mirror the image to get the other side. The other thing here is that depending on how realistic you want to go with an eye, shading is going to be your best friend. You actually don't want to draw, the more realistic your drawings get, the less line work you're going to have within your drawing, and most of it is going to be a lot of shading and blending, and that's what's actually going to give you that realistic look, because everything in real life is based off shadows. Okay, there aren't hard edges. It's rare when you have hard edges or lines. You're usually going to have a line because of shadow most of the time, and that's actually what's going to give the most realism to your art. And while I'm here, I want to go ahead and clarify that using reference images to create your drawings is not the same thing as tracing. Okay, so remember that using a reference image is not the same thing as tracing an image. Okay. So again, I just want to go ahead and clarify one last time. Remember, practicing is the most important thing, okay? So you always want to pick a picture that you enjoy drawing, okay? And something that you're always going to enjoy drawing, all right? And that's really the most important thing. The other thing is to use the reference and make sure that you draw it completely through with the reference, and then you take the reference picture away and you redo the whole drawing all over again until you can memorize every single part of the reference image, okay? And the more realistic your drawing is, the more shading you're going to have and the less line work you're going to have. And I hope you can see that here as I go ahead and start finalizing at least a bit the eye here. Without further ado, here are this week's young artists. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe.